All right,
There we
all
go. We
right, all
live now,
right.
baby.
Yes, sir. All right, all right. Welcome to the early morning show. We got a show for you right after this. Oh, I'm gonna keep going, goddamn it. What it do? Wow.
Charlo has just vanquished Erickson Lubin.
Truth, Errol Spence Jr.
There's a big left hand. Gervonta Davis.
Shout out to the almighty LDBC, the Lions Den boxing community. If you didn't know, now you know. All right, all right. Now we are live. What's going on with you, knockout boxing? How you feel this morning, my good brother? You feel all right?
Man, I'm chilling, OG. It's a great morning. You know, we got all the picks right yesterday, so we won ourselves a little money. And you know, we ready for some football today. But first, we gotta talk about this boxing, man. I'm excited, man. How you doing?
Man, I'm doing fine, man. I'm a little tired, a little hungover. I'm very hungover, but I'm here and I'm gonna go ahead on and talk about it because hey, I enjoyed all those fights last night. I mean, I'm not mad at Showtime at all. I mean, even my TL. I mean, even though how short it was, still in all, man, 160. 160 is not very much talent there in my eyes, but I think Adonis, he did a great job last night. So I mean, so
Don't
and
forget
also,
about Fundora. Don't forget about Fundora, little sister on the undercard.
yes, sir. I'm about to say,
How
Miss,
you 5'10" and you can make 111 pounds, bro? Like how she get that? How they be getting that small, bro? She 5'10"
right?
and she came in fighting at flyweight, bro.
That's what I'm saying. I said this last night, but I said it about her brother Sebastian. I said,
Yeah.
yeah, he's 6'5", and he said he can't make 147. I said, I don't see no muscles. He look like he looking like AJ or nothing.
Hey,
Man, he fight at 154.
that's how you know it's just some people genetics just different. Like how both they both tall and lanky and ain't got no weight on them. Run around here looking like skeletons beating the shit out of people, bro. Like
yeah,
like,
yeah.
like a skeleton.
And they got bad eyesight.
And they can't see 2 feet in front of them, bro.
That's what
You
I'm
see them
saying.
big ass thick glasses they gotta wear and shit, man. Come on.
Man, like I say, if I saw him sitting down at the waiting room somewhere, get something to eat or something, I'd be like, man, look at that goofy, right? Or something. Man, did he get up there and start hitting me with uppercut?
Yeah. On that undercard though, did you saw the meme machine in the Michael Fox fight too?
Yes, I saw that one.
Man,
Yes, I saw that one.
Michael Fox, he can't catch a break, man.
He
He
can't.
got robbed against Maestri, and then Meme Machine went out there and beat his ass yesterday, bro.
I know.
I knew it was gonna happen too, man. God damn, I hate that for Michael Fox, and they still got the loss. That other loss is still on his record, bro.
Yes, sir.
They never took that shit off. They just want us to be quiet. They like y'all will be quiet after a little bit, and then they just left
brought it up.
They
brought it up last night, though.
Yeah, shout out to the broadcast because they brought it up. They were like, he got a loss that shouldn't be a loss for sure. So that's good,
sir.
but they don't take it off his record. That shit ain't it's still there.
Oh yeah, it's not going nowhere. It's not going nowhere, and I think Michael Fox is not forcing it the issue. Because he's still with PBC, he still fight under that banner. So I figure, okay, hey, look, let bygones be bygones. I need some money, you know. So now, before we get into the fights, let's see who all in the building. And make sure everybody, as you come in, hit that like button. Show your love for the morning after show with your boy Knockout Boxer 86 TV and your boy Kqkc. And now we got my man 00 in the building. What's going on, 00? What's going on, Daryl Deloach? Ain't seen you in a while, but I'm glad to see you. And that's me. Is up in here. What's happening? And Teacher's back in here again. And young world is back in here once again. And we got my man, my girl, Renee. Yes, sir. Oh, my brother Renee from Detroit. Yes, sir. The 313 is in here. We got Edgar Chavez in here. We got Dante Hall in here. Oh, man, there go my boy. Gravy Davy is up in here. He's one of my first 100 subscribers. I appreciate you, baby. What's going on? Picasso is in here. What's going on? Salute to you. Everybody is saying salute to. All right. Yes, sir. We got Robert Singleton. Yes, sir. Michigan is up in here. Yes, sir. He's right next door to me, baby. Yes, sir. Chase Money. What's happening with you, baby? All right. EB, Sweat a Lot. It's up in here. What's going on with you? All right, so far that's who we got right now, and we 34 and climbing, baby. Yes, sir. All right, so make sure everybody smash the like button and show your love. All right, let's get it popping, baby. All right, let's get it popping. What would
Yeah,
you
man. Let's start with a little news story. That's me. What's up, Chase Money, Zach? What's up, man? So Floyd Mayweather said he gonna do what Michael Jordan did. He about to make him a Last Dance documentary, talking about how hard it was for him coming up. He says, now is the perfect time to share my story with the world and let viewers in on my journey from early days of hardships to overcoming adversity to become the athlete and entrepreneur I am today. As
Wow.
someone who owns his own brand, I can't think of better partners than Dion, Roxanne, Robert F. Smith, the wealthiest African American in the world, and Hidden Empire Films, a prolific Black-owned company. This is going to be incredibly special. I just feel the world should see a different part of Floyd Mayweather. I think the people should see a different part of me. I want to be able to tell my story in my way, the good, the bad, the ugly. I don't want the people to think I take certain pieces out and it's all glory. There's a lot of ups and downs in life every day, and there's a lot of struggles, not just with myself, but with my loved ones. People gonna love it, believe me. Since the beginning of my professional career in 1996, I've been asked, Floyd, let's do a documentary on your amateur career, how your dad went to prison, how your grandmother was cleaning hotel rooms and offices to take care of you, and how you was living in New Brunswick, New Jersey. 7 of us in one bedroom. The story is just so amazing. Like I said before, the people are going to love it. Partnering with Dion and his team, we sat down at a round table and we came up with a hell of a game plan. Floyd, let the world hear about you. The world wants to know your story. I said, let's do it. Is this something you'd be excited about to watch, OG? Would you watch the Floyd Mayweather documentary?
You know what? Yeah, I think I would, because I know a lot about Floyd background, but especially in Michigan. And I want to know how far he going to stretch it. In other words, how far he going to make himself look good, in some instances look bad, or like his family was struggling. Now, of course, if we come in there and say they was dirt poor, this and that, no, they was a middle class family. It's just that they boxed in their family. He came out the crib pretty much with gloves on. That's because his uncle boxed and his father boxed. So he wasn't dirt poor. He didn't grow up in the gang infested neighborhood. He didn't have to go through drug rehab. He didn't have to do none of that. So I just want to see, basically, is he gonna be truthful and honest? Now we all saw The Last Dance with Michael Jordan. Yes, he ruffled some feathers, but it was basically about him and not the whole team, just about him leading the team into the finals 6 times. So, but certain people was mad because they weren't in it. Certain people was mad because they should have been in, or they won't want to be in, something like that. But Ford, this is him by himself, and let's hear it. Let's see how you became and why you didn't become undisputed. How about that? Why don't he answer those questions? But you know what? I'd like to see it. I would like to see it.
I would too. My thing is, I hope it's some footage of all this stuff. Like, I don't want to see it and it's just him sitting down talking.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like an interview. I want to see if they got some actual footage that they can pull of some amateur fights maybe we haven't seen. Maybe he gave a tour of how he came up and they don't have it. Like, hopefully he got some hidden content or some shit. Because that was the thing with the Michael Jordan shit. Like, it was a lot of stuff that you didn't even see. Like some behind the scenes stuff, and they had interviews and like content that we hadn't seen before. But
right.
if Floyd can do that, then I'm all for it. I just don't want to see him sitting down talking about his life and stuff. Like, I want to actually see what he talking about. So I'd watch it. I'd watch it for sure. Since it's actually him doing it, it's different than the little Mike Tyson stuff they got on Hulu right now and all the other stuff because Mike Tyson ain't actually a part of it. You know what I mean? But for Floyd, it's him doing it. He's the one that's a part of it. So I want to hear him tell his story, but I don't want to just have it sitting down, being, you know what I'm saying, a interview basically, because we've already seen those type of interviews where he's talking about how he came up, and then like that Picasso, like, do you got some sparring footage that we ain't seen before? Cause I know they got he was sparring his whole damn career. That's how he got so cold, and you hear the stories, but you never actually seen him. Did somebody sneak a camera in when he was with Earl Spence or when he beat up on any other sparring partners? Like, that's type of shit I'd be looking for in this documentary. But Ghost said he got a lot of content mainstream ain't seen. Well, I hope you're right, because that's the type of shit that I want to see with this documentary. And somebody made a joke, which I think was a joke, but I'm with it too. Don't put that shit on pay-per-view. OG, what?
Yeah.
What we try to sell that shit on pay-per-view, man? Put that shit on Netflix or something, man. Put that shit on Netflix or Hulu, man.
Yeah.
What they be saying? Do it for the culture, man. Do it for the people, man.
Yeah. What was the Last Dance on channel?
That was on Netflix.
Netflix. Okay.
Yeah. If Michael Jordan could put his shit on Netflix, man, put your shit on Netflix, man.
Right. Yeah.
Put your shit on Netflix or something, man. But yeah, I'm ready to see it, man. But that's really all I got on that. I just, thought I'd bring it up, let everybody know in case they didn't know Floyd is coming out with a documentary. So y'all stay tuned, man. Y'all stay tuned.
All right. Yes, sir. All right. What's going on, NBA Nights? What's going on with you? All right. Salute to you. And what's up, Mr. Mechanical? Salute to you, man. And Ghost, I see you. Yes, sir. So we had Gabriela Fundora last night.
Yeah, let's get on that one. Let's talk about this undercard, man. What you thought of her? What you think of the towering, the Mrs. Towering Inferno, I should say. What you think about her, man?
Actually, like you alluded to, they are built alike. Their eyesight just alike, and they both are southpaws. And only thing about it, and I got to thinking, and I really, really thought about it. We had twin fighters. We had two brothers, three brothers, the Russell brothers, the Mason brothers, the Davis brothers. But have we ever seen a brother and sister team? Not team, but have you ever seen a brother and sister that fought at the same time in the same era? I don't think we have. This might be
Daniel Dubois and his sister.
Okay,
that's
right.
That's the only one I can think of.
Right. Okay, that's in this era, and yes, this is what I'm saying. This is in this era. I never seen it in any other era.
I haven't seen it before this though. They just now starting to pop up.
Right. Sure. And that put a good eye on women boxing. And Gabriela Fundora, she did a great job. She pretty much stood in the pocket. She didn't give a lot of lateral movement, and she has great fundamental skills. Well, now she's a little slow. She does everything right, but slow. If she can think a little faster with a little more experience, then I think she'd be a formidable opponent. Because she, like I say, she's a southpaw and she's a flyweight. Now, of course, she will be moving up in weight sooner or later, but I think she still has that heart like her brother has. I still think she got a little power like her brother has. She knows how to go to the body. She knows how to use that right and then use the left right down the pipe. She knows how to do that, but the only thing about it, she's doing it in slow motion. She's doing it not with fast hands, but once you get in there a lot and it becomes repetitious and you start doing it on the fly. So I think she's gonna be all right. I think she's gonna be all right with a few more belts under her belt, because the young lady she was fighting, Reyes, she was game. Now she was trying her best. She was really, really trying her best to get in there with her, but Gabriela was too tall for one, and of course she was a southpaw for two, and that kind of confused Reyes a lot, And she tried her best, but Gabriela she just was too fundamental, and that's how I saw it. And then she cruised to a victory, Yeah, that's how I saw that fight. You know, it's
She
two
got to it. Like number one, she a southpaw, but number two, man, you realize she gonna be fighting people that's like 9-10 inches shorter than her for
yeah.
like the next 3-4 weight classes. Like she fighting at flyweight, bro, 112 pounds, and she 5'10".
Wow. Hmm.
She gonna have them same advantages her brother got. So even though she might be slow, like it's so hard to break her distance without getting caught with some shit. So she
Yeah.
can hit you from way longer away than you can hit her, and that's what she was doing last night. If she get to popping her jab and stay behind her jab,
Mhm.
I think her feet and her balance are actually a little bit better than her brother, bro. If you're really watching them fight, like she wasn't falling over and shit, she was actually stepping back, trying to fight off her back foot a little bit. She got some good skills, man, and she way younger. She like 20 years old, so she can continue to grow and get better. But she gonna be a problem simply off of the strength. Number one, she a southpaw, but number two, and most importantly, man, you ain't supposed to be 5'10", being able to walk around at 112 pounds, man or woman. Man or woman. Good morning, baby. My wife done woke up. What's up, baby? Salute to you.
Salute to the first lady.
And so I mean, she got a nice little left uppercut, just like her brother. The right hook looked pretty good, and as long as she can keep people off of her distance and keep people out of her range, man, she gonna be a problem. Because how do they get sparring, OG? Like if you a woman and you know women don't get paid much anyway, and you getting ready to fight her, what other woman you gonna get to come in and spar with you that's 5'10"?
You might have to go to a man.
Yeah, you might have to spar a dude, but and guess what? Even the dudes that you would spar that's 5'10", what they gonna do? Just be punching bags for you, and they can't hit back because the dudes that are 5'10" are way bigger than that. Yeah. So you gonna have a problem. So you either gonna get somebody that's tall and way too big, so your coach is gonna be like, nah, you can't hit her back, or you gonna get somebody that's the right weight class, but they're gonna be like 7-8 inches shorter than her, bro. And so that's the issue that people have with her, is that how do you prepare for her? You can only prepare for her theoretically. You can't get the real practice in, and that's a huge another advantage. So she got three big advantages. Number one, she is southpaw. Number two, how tall she is. Number three, how do you prepare for her? If you in a camp like this Reyes girl, if you in a camp, like you can practice throwing your overhands, and that's what she was susceptible to. She caught her with some overhands and shit, but until you really get in there and judge the range and distance, that shit gonna be hard. So she's gonna be one of the most difficult fighters in boxing to prepare for, simply because she 5'10" with a 70-something inch reach, but she weigh as much as she fight at a weight class lower than Chocolatito. I'm like, come on, bro, that's unfair, man. That is so unfair. But hey, if she can make the weight, she can make the weight, and she looked good. And I'm just happy that it looked like PBC finally starting to get into women's boxing.
Yes. You
know what I'm saying? Like I don't really see no women on their card. So we'll see what happens. But I'm glad that they got a women boxer on their card, and we'll see if they gonna have to either sign some more to try to find people for her to fight, or they gonna have to finally start doing business with somebody like the Zone, who got all the women down there in them little small weight classes and stuff. So the future is bright, but she might need to look at who they gonna have to fight her, because if she's just gonna fight people like Reyes for the next 3-4 years, or they gonna try to move her and get her in the title shot. If they're gonna try to move her and get her a title shot soon, they're gonna have to cross that street for her. But we'll see, man. I'm excited for the prospects of her future. She look like she could be a good fighter simply off the strength that she got attributes that no other woman around her weight class got, man.
Yeah, I thought about that, and I was thinking maybe I think that's the first fight that PBC had as far as a female fighter on their card.
They did a Clarissa Shields fight back in the day.
Okay, but okay, Clarissa Shields. Okay.
I think it was
in Detroit.
Hannah Gabriel.
Yeah, it's in Detroit, I think.
Yeah, it was a while back, but that's the only other time I remember them having a women's fight, bro.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. I figured they only had maybe one or two. Okay. All right then. Yeah, but shout out to Spence, Fundora, Gabriela. I mean, I think she did a great job, and hey, I might be a big fan of hers if I see hers when she step up in competition. And
if she get that time about OG with that right hook, and she stay behind that jab, man. And this is no disrespect. You know how the women fight, man, falling all over their feet, lunging in.
Right. Yep. So she couldn't get that foot placement. You frozen up? Okay, that's okay. But anyway, she didn't get that foot placement like she wanted to, but she made do. So that's one thing about a southpaw. They gotta get that foot placement in, So she had to put that feet on the outside, but that's okay. I mean, she still did what she had to do. All right. All right. Now we're gonna go to the next fight to knock out Pop back in. He froze up right now, but that's okay. All right, you got yours truly right here, baby. You got Kqkc. All right, so we're gonna go on to Vasquez. Okay, we're talking about Vasquez and Swarovski. All right, now Swarovski, man, he was greater. I mean, he was doing great at first. Not great at first. Pretty much. He was a back runner. Let me put it that way. He was a back runner. All right. He went out for a minute, but that's okay. He'll come back in. All right. He was a back runner, Vasquez. But Swarovski, he started off good. And he came and he pretty much was at the start boxing, doing great. All right. Here he come back in. Hold on. All right. Okay, there you go.
Eddie Hearn tried to disrupt my internet disconnection because I was speaking highly of a female PBC fighter. He didn't want them problems with Fundora, so he tried to get me up out of here, man. That's some bullshit, Eddie.
Yeah, YouTube had a hacker been trying to hack into their system, and that's why I was messing up for the last 2 days. It kicked me out. Yeah, it kicked me out yesterday, and I couldn't even monetize my video.
Hell no.
Yeah,
hey, that be the worst when either you try to monetize your shit or you forget and you get like 200 views and then you like, God damn, you try to go monetize it.
Yeah.
Like, damn, I missed out on that little bread right there.
Yeah, right. Because they be trying to monetize it. They don't put nothing but about 2 ads in there, right?
Hey man, look, I was uploading a video one day. It was Terrence Crawford, Earl Spence, man. And it took so long to upload. It uploaded while I was sleeping. I had the shit uploaded for like 3-4 hours. It uploaded while I was asleep. Man, I woke up the next morning, man. I seen that 1.5 thousand views with that $ with the hash on them with the thing next. I was like, oh, bro, y'all
that means you didn't monetize it.
Yeah, I was like, oh, bro, they got me while I was asleep, man. Made me put in all that work for free. But let's talk about the other fight on the undercard, man. And I want to talk about that story you said. Terrence Crawford and Travion Crawford. But let's talk about Mean Machine and old Michael Fox real quick, man. The main event on the undercard before we get to the main card, man. What you got on that fight?
Let me finish this while
you. My bad.
Yeah, I was talking about Vasquez and Swarovski.
Okay.
It was on the undercard.
I
just want to say that Vasquez came in and did what he had to do in the later rounds. Okay, he didn't start off really fast, not like he should have, but he did come alive at the end of towards the end of the fight. Of course, Swarovski came in doing what he had to do, but then here come Vasquez. Vasquez, I think, fought a good fight, took his time, and pretty much gave him great movement. He was doing like a young Floyd Mayweather used to do. Bend over, so you couldn't, miss the punches. And he made him miss. And then he made him pay. So, but that was a good fight there. Now we can go ahead on to the next one. All right.
On that fight, man, I agree with you. I thought Vasquez started slow. He got to work on being more accurate though. Too many times he just punched at the arms of the other fighter, and I'm like, damn, bro, like punch around his guard, punch around his guard to the body. So he got some stuff that he needs to work on, but he's lucky he turned it on late. One of the judges had him losing, bro. Like one of the judges had him losing 74-78 on that scorecard. So he barely squeaked out a split decision. So coming off a split decision loss to Raymond Ford in a fight that a lot of people felt like he won, I thought that he would be tougher and more and kind of more focused because he did put on a great showing against Ray Ford. But we'll see what he does next, man. I like him. He's an interesting fighter, got some good skills, but he does have some things that he needs to work on. But I wanted to talk about the Mean Machine and Michael Fox fight, man. What you got on that fight, man? What Michael Fox? That's 3 losses in a row, OG. That's 3 losses in a row, man. What you
Wow.
gonna do to fight?
Well, bless his heart. He's trying. He's really trying. And like I say, he looked like a boxer. And don't get it twisted, everybody. What he's doing is not really boxing. He looked like he is, but he's not. Okay. And the reason why I'm saying that is because when you boxing, you're using your ring, you're using a jab, you're using your body shots, and you're moving and all together. That's boxing. What he was doing is pretty much mimicking boxing. But Mean Machine, now, a lot of Bud Crawford fans ain't gonna like this, but this is the reason why Mean Machine dropped Bud Crawford, because he does have strength. He does have heavy hands. Now, of course, it was rule of slip, but I think that he got hurt with a short, precise punch, because a lot of people in that Showtime chat, they were saying that Mean Machine got strength better than Earl Spence. And I said, no, I don't think so. Now, of course, it depends on what fighter you fighting. Now, Mean Machine wouldn't go in like that on Earl Spence. He knew that Michael Fox could not take his punches, and he knew he can take Michael Fox punch, Mikhail Fox punches. So that's why he pressed the action. He was the aggressor. He came in, he did what he had to do. Mean Machine was looking very, very good last night against Mikhail Fox. Now, Mikhail Fox, I don't think that he's that boxer that we all looking for. I don't think he's going to be the next superstar. I think Mikhail Fox is going to be pretty much get ready to be obsolete, put it that way. Other words, he's about to leave boxing sooner or later, because, that's too many L's coming down his way.
He only 26 years old, OG. You think they better get him on out of there already, man? Damn.
Man, either that, get him on a weight program, get him with a trainer like Virgil Hunter, a trainer, someone that, because like I said, he got the athleticism. If you look at him, if you're a casual, you can say, oh man, he boxing. Wow. But he touch you, you don't feel it. He going through the motion. Other words, he's fighting scared. He's fighting scared.
Thank you, bro. That's a great point. Yeah.
He's fighting scared, and he need to get that hard. Now, I think the right coach, he can bring it out of him, because he got the height.
He's still coached by his pops, bro.
Yes, sir.
He's still coached by his pops, man.
See, that's what I mean, knockout. I know these fighters, they love their fathers, and I know these fathers want to pretty much control. They look out for their son. I get that. I get the Eubankses. I get the Schofields. I get the Mayweather. You want to look out for your son. You don't want them to get mistreated. But sometimes, if you don't know what you're doing, you can watch from afar. What's going on, Quick? What's going on, my sister?
Hey, what's up, Quick?
All
right, good. So, Jafari, what's up? Jafari Caesar in the building. What's up, bro? Ghost, I see you. What's up, man?
You Thrill here from Blueberry Hill. But so that's what it is. Sometimes you just got to step to the side, like Bill had to do. Step to the side and let someone else train his son. And you just be in the background. But I think if you with the right trainer, get on a weight program, and then I'm not gonna say Derrick James. Everybody holler out, he need to get with Derrick James. No,
yeah, that's the favorite. That's everybody's favorite thing to say.
I know. See, Derrick
Fox
James,
southpaw. Shit, I'd rather see him with somebody like Kevin Cunningham, bro.
Exactly.
Kevin Cunningham nasty with them southpaws, bro.
Yes,
and he gonna make your ass fight with some heart.
Exactly.
That's what Michael. I'll get into it, but that's Michael Fox's biggest problem to me. But go ahead, man.
See, that's what I'm saying. Derrick James, he got fighters with heart. That ain't his issue. That's what Mikhail Fox's issue is. And like a Cunningham or a Virgil Hunter, they would bring it out of them. They would get mean, and then they make them get mean. So, and that would make him fight better. And so I think he still has a chance, but the rate he's going, 2-3 more losses, then they just gonna pretty much wave their hand at this dude. So but what you got on it?
Man, I don't know if y'all remember on Thursday with my prediction. The reason I picked Mean Machine, because I told you guys Fox is going to be running around the ring before he even get hit, bro. That's my I don't mind lateral movement. I think lateral movement to set your shots up, set your offense up, use your pivots. I think that's great, bro. Like I think there's a way to use it in a good way, but I think Michael Fox uses it to just run, bro. He doesn't trust himself. He knows he ain't got no power, so he don't sit down on his punches. And he out there fighting like an amateur, bro. Like he literally running around trying to throw a jab here, throw a jab there, then maybe I might throw a left hand. And then a few times he tried to sit down on his shots. He's so damn tall and he's so straight up in the air. Mean Machine put his ass down twice in the third round. And then he went back to spending the rest of the fight just running around the goddamn ring. I don't see it from him, bro. Because at the end of the day, he's lucky that Mean Machine don't know how to cut off the ring more effectively. Like he really is. He's lucky that he wasn't in there with somebody that know how to cut the ring off effectively. Like at some point, you gotta have something to keep somebody up off of you in this game, bro. Like you have to. Like you cannot just run around the ring pop shotting with no power, bro. Like you can't do that, because if you do that, people just gonna walk through you, and then you gotta look at the judges and shit. It's hard to get them to give you a round, and the reason the scorecards are so wide. Think about the judges. They looking at the fight, right? I'm judging. I'm looking at the fight. You start out the fight, lateral movement, back foot from the jump. Then you get put down 2 times in the third round, and you spend the rest of the fight, lateral movement, back foot. Maybe you might throw 4-5 jabs and land a left hand. Like, bro, ain't nobody, they not scoring that shit for you. It's clean, effective punching, which none of his punches were effective. It's defense, which he got put down, and whenever Mean Machine did close the distance, the only defense that Michael Fox had was his damn legs, because he ain't got no head movement. So when Mean Machine got close to him, he was able to hit him. Ring generalship. How you gonna win the judges' ring generalship when you just run around the ring the whole goddamn time? Like you just on the move. So, bro, he not. That's why he be losing close fights to somebody like Lucas Santamaria. I felt like he beat the shit out of Gabriel Mastery. That's the best I ever seen him look, and he did his thing in that fight. But bro, he did not win this fight. He did not win this fight. He got beat by Mean Machine, and it was a clear victory. Like I don't have any issue with the judges' scorecards, because I'm looking at what punches. At what point did anybody see Mean Machine take a step backwards, bro? At what point did he hit him with something to at least make him stop?
Right. Exactly.
Like at least make him stop for a moment. If you can't bag him up because you don't hit hard enough to bag him up, did you at least make him stop? Like, nah, like no, he didn't even stop. So I thought it was a good performance by Mean Machine. You know what, OG? I think they setting him up for an old common opponent. I think the PBC bought him on over there, and they setting him up for somebody like Jerron Boots. That's what I believe. I believe they want to get Jerron in as a common opponent with Virgil Ortiz. And for Mean Machine's sake, I hope that they don't put him in there with Jerron Boots, because Jerron Boots will do something bad to Mean Machine. But we'll see, man. But Michael Fox, like you said, maybe a new trainer or something like that. But OG, when you got 5 knockouts in 28 fights, and your chin is up in the air like that, and you don't even have respectable power, it's gonna be hard for him, man. Yeah, it's gonna be hard for him. They're gonna start feeding him to some of these prospects that can really do damage to him. That's what's gonna happen to him. Yeah, kind of like they did his brother Atlantes Fox, the dude that fight at 168, that's 6'5" too. They saw that he wasn't really gonna be nothing. They gave his ass up to David Morrell. That's where Michael Fox is on his way to. He on his way to getting gave to somebody like Jerron Boots Ennis, or they might tell him, Michael, we got this fight for you at 154. We're gonna give you the Jesus Ramos. Like that's what he on his way to. If he keep boxing, that's what they gonna do to him, OG. Because I don't think he gonna be much another man just because of his lack of power and his lack of aggression. And he too willing to just run around the ring and go to the back foot immediately. Like he too quick to do that shit, man. He ain't got no other gear. He ain't trying to push you back. He ain't trying to stand his ground. He can't do none of that shit, man. So that's what I got on that fight, man.
All right. Yes, sir.
Now, what was you before we went live? You were talking to me about Terrence Crawford and Travion Crawford, man. What was going on with Terrence Crawford nephew? What was that?
Oh, yes, sir. Well, of course, Travion Crawford. For you all in the chat that don't know, that is Terrence Crawford, blood nephew. And of course, he's in the ring with Terrence Crawford. He's in the training camp with Terrence Crawford. And he also in the gym with Terrence Crawford. And yes, they are close, very close. Now, he did an interview, or he talked about it on a panel, that his uncle will never ever take a no guarantee contract. He said that is the media that put that out. Just like Shakir said, the media, they told them to say, call out Devin Haney. Well, this is the media saying that he took no guarantee. And the 35% is not true. So now I don't know if Chan's playing hardball or not, but in a way, I don't blame Terrence Crawford. No guarantee. No, 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 no. And he said my uncle would never do that. In his right mind, he would never do that. He expressed that to me, that he did not take no guarantees. Now, what's the guarantee? I don't know. I don't know what the purse is or anything like that. And he didn't say that. But he did have to reiterate that his uncle would never take a contract with no guarantees. Because that was mentioned also in rumor. And so you can't believe everything you hear. If it's not coming from Floyd, not Floyd really, but if it's not coming from Earl, his trainer, or Bud or his trainer, then it pretty much is speculation. And we are talking about Copper and all the other big media sites, like ESPN media and all that. So please, I'm like Tim Bradley. We might just have to sit back and let it play out. That's what we're gonna have to do. But then again, OKQ, been thinking, baby. I'm always thinking. Maybe I might get right one day, maybe I might not. But when I saw Canelo fight Kellen Plant, we saw the amount of money that both guys got. I think Kellen Plant got 10 million. All right.
Yeah.
Now, of course, Canelo, he got more. So I said to myself, well, did PBC spend their money or their budget, or they don't have the money to pay these guys? Well, I think, or I beg the difference, because I had to say, hey, wait a minute, hold on. This is Al Heyman. He's not a dummy. He know how to find his billionaire friends and make some investments. You don't have to go to Dubai to make investments. You don't have to go to
No.
Dubai to fight. You can get money right here. Do you know how many people would love to invest in this fight? So go ahead and make this fight. But I believe that it will happen. I believe that it's going to happen. Maybe not this year, but early next year, like January. So, still keep the faith. Keep the faith, but please, let's not talk about it. Let's not talk about it till we get some news that, hey, the fight is on, y'all. All right. So, but shout out to Mr. Crawford for explaining that to everyone about his uncle. Now, Terrence Crawford, well, and that shows you no guarantee. Okay, so he playing hardball. Now, of course, and I'm gonna let you in here for a minute, knockout, but I also did some thinking. I'm always
Nah,
thinking.
talk your shit. I'm
I'm
listening.
always thinking. And I'm like,
But
well,
y'all hit the like button. We short 51 likes though. Hit the like
oh,
button.
oh man, I know we ain't short 50 now. Come on, Mike
51.
Ryan.
We got
Come on, Ryan.
69 likes with 118 people in the building. Hit the like button.
Oh man, come on, man. All right, man, this is the hottest show on Sunday morning, baby, right now, baby, because we getting better and better. We're gonna get greater later. Wow, wow,
Yes,
wow.
sir.
Now, of course, I did some more thinking. I'm saying,
Okay.
okay, Terrence Crawford, he's hard to deal with, and maybe he's demanding something that Al Heyman refused to do, and they're going back and forth. But I know Al Heyman, not know him, but maybe he's doing something just to pretty much satisfy Terrence Crawford and say, okay, what about this? Terrence Crawford, He said, okay, well, what about this? All right. And he go up a little bit more. What about this? And, and I think they going back. Not Earl, but nobody else but Al and Terrence, and this is what I'm saying. But I think it's the venue also and the date. This is just me, my opinion, but so Terrence Crawford, he still is a hard dude to deal with. I'm pretty sure. I'm not for sure, but I'm for sure. So I'm thinking about that. But then again, it could be a lot of scenarios. But one thing I do know, both of these guys do want this fight. One
Mm-hmm.
thing, and one thing about Earl Spence, he knows what's going on. And when he come out and say that, hey, listen, this fight will happen, and this fight will happen soon, I think he's getting a little pissed off now because everybody keep asking him about the fight. Because he did a interview the other day, the guy had the mic all in his face. He, man, get that shit out my face, And I said, okay, Earl never really get attitudes like that, so it must be getting to him. And then you got that pest Keyshawn Davis. He doing talking shit, right? and Earl don't usually say that, but he say he gonna put his ass in the dirt, right? If we talk about Terrence Crawford, right? His homeboy.
My big brother gonna beat your ass, Earl.
Yeah.
My big brother.
Right. I mean, he just been going at it. And I like Keyshawn, but he been going.
My big brother gonna beat your ass too, Devin.
Yeah.
Shakur.
Yeah. Look, but if you talk about Frank is that guy. Terrence Crawford is that guy. Scary. All right. Now, see, you should have said that. Then Earl came back. But anyway, it is what it is, All right. But that's what. Shout out to Terrence Crawford nephew for setting the record straight. I'm sorry, Blood Crawford fans, so y'all don't have nothing to cry about. All right. I know. Y'all said, well, boy, he answered everything. He took everything. He basically want to fight free. Ain't nobody gonna basically fight free. Ain't nobody gonna take no guarantees. All right. I mean, basic common sense. We know that. So, and that's what his nephew was alluding to. My uncle ain't stupid. All right. So he's in it to win it, baby. Trust me.
Yes, sir.
So,
yes, sir. Dante, I know. Dante, I'm just messing around. Dante love him some Keyshawn. Dante, like, he's supposed to ride for his boys, y'all.
No. Well, yeah, he supposed to ride.
I know, Dante. We just messing around, man. God, Dante, like, y'all better leave Keyshawn alone. All right. I'm about to unhit the like button if y'all don't stop talking about Keyshawn around here now.
But you know what? Let me just touch on that real fast. But Keyshawn, he just got there. And he been fighting get to know me fights. So when he step up in competition, he better be ready. And he's too young in the game to start making enemies. So I think he best sit down and shut up and let the grown folks talk. That's what I think he should do.
Well, on the Crawford thing, man, like I tried to tell people this, man. I got videos going back way early last week when they first said the shit didn't make no sense. Like y'all gotta understand, bro. Like ain't nobody like Terrence Crawford. One of his big things was the guaranteed money that he get, bro. Like that was one of the biggest things. Like, oh man, I get $4 million a fight. I'm the highest paid fighter in the welterweight division. You're not finna go from that shit all the way to all right. Now I wait for the most dangerous, most competitive, most lucrative fight of my career. Now I don't want no guaranteed upfront money. That shit don't make no sense. That don't make no sense. And then the PBC, they came into existence in 2015. They've never done a contract with no guaranteed money. They give all their fighters guaranteed purses. They got sued for paying fighters too much. But now all of a sudden they supposed to be offering a contract that got no guarantees in it. Like that's why I never believed that shit. That shit never made any sense to me. I'm glad somebody like Travion Crawford came out and said that, hey, my uncle would never do no shit like that. But I knew that from the jump, nor should he. He should make as much money as he can for this fight. Like, exactly. I want Floyd to get his money and Earl to get his money, and hopefully they can put on a great show and a great performance for the fans. But it's just, I just wish, OG, like, it's crazy. Like, if you come out with something or one of the other brothers on YouTube come out with something, people are so critical of it. They want it. They look at it like, oh, how could this be true? And they all of a sudden they become investigators. But somebody like Mike Coppinger can come out with some shit and people just run with it because it's Mike Coppinger. And I'm like, exactly. Bro, this shit don't make no sense. Who is like, think for yourself, bro.
Yeah.
Please think for yourself. All you gotta do, Ramon, is go look at why Golden Boy and why Top Rank was suing PBC back in the day, bro. Then come holler at me. That's what I was referring to. But you know, it is what it is, man. Like I just hope they get the fight done. I hope that for Terrence Bud Crawford and PBC and Earl Spence, they could just come to an agreement that they all agree to. And what I'm hoping, OG, is that maybe all this November 19th and all this shit was just all, you know, some lies. And maybe they just was planning on fighting sometime in December anyway. And the fight been done. And maybe we got an announcement coming soon. That's all one could hope for, man, is what's going on. Because I don't want to see this shit in January or February. Errol Spence fought all the way in April of 2022. Terrence Crawford fought in like November of 2021, bro.
Right.
Like, how long does it take to get a fight made? Like how long does it really take to get a fight made? At this point, they just need to announce the shit, or somebody need to move on, because I'm tired of watching fighters with this type of talent fight one time a year, man. They fight one time a year and then they done. Like, nah, man, let them. They need to go ahead and get in there and get it popping. So I knew Terrence Crawford wouldn't take no contract with no guarantee on it. Plus, only get 35%, and the PBC would never offer no shit like that, because they never offered no shit like that before. And that's really all I got on it, bro. Like, I've been knowing this shit. I'm glad that I hate that it took Travion Crawford confirming it, because there's a lot of people telling me I didn't know what the hell I was talking about, but now everybody want to ride with it and act like it's news or something. When if you just paying attention, you know that Terrence Crawford wouldn't do no shit like that, because he's never done no shit like that before. And you should know that the PBC would never offer no shit like that, because they never offered no shit like that before. And that's really all I got on it, man.
Yeah. Yes, sir. To someone like his nephew, I guess, his word is law and yours is just speculation. But if you just use your common sense and look at the history of Terrence Crawford and the history at Top Rank, he would never do that. He never done it before. Why would this be the first? Well, he want to fight free? No. That's not going to happen, So you have to understand also, Terrence Crawford is 35 years of age, and by the time this fight come around, hopefully before he make 36 next year, because he just made 35. So I mean, you have to think about that, So, but it is what it is, and that's all I got on it.
Yes, sir. So let's get to the main card, man. The first fight on the card, Kqkc versus Martinez, man. They was in there throwing blows, man. What you got on that fight?
Woo-wee. Man, oh man, that was a great fight. Kqkc, Kqkc, I call him Kqkc. All right, German, whatever. All right. Oh man, that was a fight, and I called the hell out of that fight because it was exciting to me. I was happy to see that banging by those two guys. Now, I will say this: Martinez is a slow starter. I see that right now, because Kqkc was boxing, and he was boxing very well. He was getting in and getting out, going down to the body, and then using his right hand, using his jab, then going down to the body with that break hand. And then he was using that lateral movement. As he moved, he'll punch, he'll stop and fire and get right back under there. What's on pugilism and politics? What's going on, brother David X? Assalamu alaikum. And then he also went under Martinez. Martinez was missing. And then Martinez finally, pretty much started landing his punches. Now, Martinez, as I always like to say, he's a back runner, all right? Just like you was in the debate. You was a back runner in the debate last week, right? And this week, okay? You came alive and came in and brought it home. Well, that's what Martinez did. Martinez did bring it home, because he started coming in, ducking that head, and going in and throwing straight blows. He was a dog in there. He took a no. He did not take no for an answer. He kept coming in and coming in. And of course, hey, I have to give it to Acosta. He was fighting back. And then next thing you know, a fight broke out. A fight broke out right there in the center of the ring. And they both was going at each other. And of course, everybody was working the body, and he was working upstairs. If you look at Kqkc's eye, that eye was starting to swell up right after maybe the third or fourth round. And then they went at it again. So one thing about it, I can't say. Now, he is promoted by Marcos Madonna. Marcos Madonna is the promoter of Acosta. And man, he is from Argentina. These guys from Argentina can punch. And I'm talking about punch hard. Let's say Matisse. Everybody remember Matisse? He was a force to be reckoned with, as Danny Garcia. But one thing about it is that Acosta, he did his thing. He fought in mid-range, and then he fought up close. He he cut off the ring very well. He did not let Acosta use all that lateral movement, and because all that lateral movement hurt him. It hurt him in the later rounds, because he started getting tired. And see, someone in the chat, very knowledgeable, said that, hey, he can't do this for 12 rounds. He couldn't do that for 12 rounds, and he did not do it for 12 rounds. So he had to slow down, and guess what? He had to fight. He had to fight, and that's what he did. He had to fight. And yes, he scored some and made Martinez miss, and he sure made him pay. Now, of course, like I say, he was in a southpaw stance, so he was trying to get that left hand down the pipe. And now he did get it around the guard, but Acosta started dropping his hand, started feeling good about himself because he was going in there and he was landing his punches. He was landing his punches upstairs while Acosta was still going downstairs to the body. So, but one thing I can say about Fernando Martinez, not Martinez, Martinez. Okay, he did a great job. Okay, I'm not mad at him. I think he won the fight. He won the first fight, and now this was a rematch. So he won this fight in high fashion. Now Acosta, he tried. Now he is from the Philippines, and everybody's saying, "Hey, who's the next Manny Pacquiao?" Well, Masaga, y'all thought was one. Well, now you finding out that now Acosta, he's not one either. So maybe they need to stop looking right now, and maybe one might fall in their
Just be
lap.
yourself.
That's right. Be yourself. So but now Martinez don't have nothing to hang his head by. Now, only thing I don't like, he is coming after my boy. He said he want Roman Gonzalez.
I mean, he's a champion.
Man,
He's a champion, OG. He's supposed to want to fight the bad.
I don't want him, the man.
Why so you protecting fighters now?
No. I'm not.
That wouldn't sound like. Cause you don't want, hey man, you don't want Chocolatito to fight Jesse Bam Rodriguez.
Oh,
you don't want Chocolatito to fight Fernando Martinez. Are you acting like Canelo Alvarez fans right now?
I'm just saying, Chocolatito.
No, man. Why you acting like these Canelo fans, man? Why you trying to protect fighters and shit, man? What's going on, bro?
No, he got to earn it to fight. He got to earn it, man.
Oh, he got to prove himself. Oh, hell no.
He just want to payday.
You just said that, man. You said that a champion got to earn a shot at. Oh,
I sound like Canelo, don't I?
Yeah, you do. Why don't they just why don't they just fight each other? Why don't they just fight each other? Hell no.
Hey man, go ahead and go and get my boy, yes sir, because he's fighting Estrada on the third. But I like to see that fight. But keep in mind, Chocolate is older now. He's older, but he's calling him out. And matter of fact, he got to write up about it today.
You want to hear something crazy? Chocolatito only 3 years older than that. He only 3 years older than Martinez. Martinez got started late.
Right. See, that's why Gonzalez got a lot of miles on him. So that's why he's kind of slowing down now.
Yeah, but he looked good his last two fights. Look, Fernando, I think Chocolatito beat up Fernando Martinez. Just being real with you, Martinez got a lot of holes. He kept lunging in and shit all crazy over his feet and stuff. He ain't got no jab. He ain't got no defense. It's just Kqkc couldn't keep up the pace, and you did a great job of pointing that out. Kqkc, he looked good at the beginning of the fight.
Yeah,
he looked real good at the beginning of the fight. But once the legs went away, once his legs was gone, that shit was over for him. Because now he had to stand there and fight that dude fight. And Martinez was smart. He kept going to the body to make him have to sit down even more. And and Martinez, he did his thing. He's a pressure fighter, and he doesn't get enough credit for how he's able to slip shots and throw some counters in there and stuff. But he's a brawler, and he's looking to come and bring the fight to you. But somebody more technical, more skilled, like Chocolatito or Jesse Bam Rodriguez, hell, even the Juan Francisco Estrada, guys like that can bang with you, but also can keep that cardio up, but they got way more boxing skills. I think they give him all kind of problems. Of the top right now, because you got to consider him a top 115-pound fighter. I think he the weakest, man. I honestly think if Chocolatito fought him, you shouldn't have nothing to worry about. I think Chocolatito would do him bad, bro. I think he do him all kind of bad in that fight because he got too many defensive holes, and you ain't finna just get in there and outwork Chocolatito. Like you're
Right.
not gonna get in there and outpunch him. Like you're not gonna throw more punches than him, and he got better defense and shit too. So
Right.
I think it's a good fight, but I like that he want to fight the best. I do like that. I like that
I do
Martinez
too.
wants to fight the best. So he did his thing, man. It was a good performance. It was a good opening fight.
Yeah.
Uncle Haas, man, he just take a lot of shots. OG, like I don't know what it is. He ain't got no defense.
Yeah.
He was getting hit with the same shit he was getting hit with in the first fight. Them same left hooks and right hooks and just nothing but power punches. He didn't make Martinez have to set nothing up. He just he ain't got no defense, man. And that shit. And he been in a lot of wars too. He only 30 years old, but he been easy to hit his whole career. So he talking about moving up to 118. All right, man. Good luck with that. Good luck with that, Uncle House. You might like this was your swan song, in my opinion, because now guys just gonna go to your body and wait for you to get tired because you can't keep up your momentum. And then once your legs stop, you just basically target practice, man.
Yeah. I mean, at first, when he started round 1, 2, maybe 3, he was boxing so beautiful, moving and going downstairs and coming upstairs, going back downstairs, coming using the right hook and going back downstairs at the same time, the old 1, 2, and then moving, and then next thing you know, he had to stop and fight, and that's where his downfall came in at, and you can't keep that up. You can't keep that up for 12 rounds, and he had to stop. And then that's when Martinez took over, and that's when he finished that fight. So,
Before we get to the last two fights, man, what was you saying about Eddie Hearn and Chris Eubank Sr., man? What Eddie Hearn mad at Chris Eubank Sr. or some shit? He tried to sue him or something. What's going on for the fight that we were supposed to get that we didn't get because Conor being trying to get himself pregnant and shit, man? What's going on? Like, God damn, bro. How you?
All right. What's going on, D-Ray? What's going on, Joe?
D-Ray, what up, man?
Feel like, what's happening, Mr. Aggressive? What's going on with you? All right, make sure everybody hit that like button. Now, of course, Eddie Hearn. Okay, Eddie Hearn, of course, he's upset. He had a press conference, and the press conference was basically no questions asked. Just let me make this statement, and I'm gone. But Chris Eubanks Sr., he didn't want his son fighting this fight, for the simple fact that the weight he had to go down, and they wanted to drain fluid from the brain. And now, of course, when you start messing with your brain and unnecessary, then that can be a problem down the line. Next thing you know, you wake up one morning, you don't even know where you at. So you need the brain alone because that controls your motor skills. And Chris Eubank Sr. didn't like that. So he was protesting. Now, listen, the word protest, that's what he was doing. Then, of course, as a couple of days went by and he saw that his son was still going towards forward with the fight, he said, okay, you know what? I'm about to boycott it. And then, of course, he had a little kind of like one-on-one with a reporter and say, look here, this Conor Ben has been taking this, what's the name of that pill? Fertility pill, whatever the name of it is.
Clomiphene was the name of it. Yeah.
And they knew this for 2 weeks. They knew this. But
that's why I kind of believe Chris Eubank Sr. did that shit, because Chris Eubank Jr. told his daddy, hey man, he popped 30. I'm still gonna fight, but he had this shit in the system. But he told his daddy. His daddy leaked that shit, man. Chris Eubank Jr., we just did the debate Thursday. Chris Eubank Jr. tell his daddy everything, bro. He loved his daddy, bro. So he knew about that shit.
Exactly. And of course, it's supposed to last in your system 5 days. But of course, Conor Ben actually was still taking it because it was still in the system. Because Nevada notified Chris Eubanks Jr. Hey, look here. I got some bad news. Your opponent just dropped negative. Okay, I mean positive on the VADA test. Then now let's just go back just a little bit back. Now Chris Algieri fought Conor Ben, and Chris Algieri on Instagram, he came out and said that, listen, I had 5 phone calls before I fought Conor Ben. and they say, do not fight Conor Benn. And they didn't say why. But the third guy that called, he told them why. He said Conor Benn has been using PEDs for a while. For a while now. This
You
is
mean to tell me that's why he been looking so good lately?
yes.
That's
I
why we
said
seen
the
all them
same thing.
improvement.
I said the same damn thing, Doc. I said, damn.
Cause I watched him, bro, OG. I watched him fight Van Heerden, bro, and I watched him fight Chris Algieri. I was like,
Yeah.
has he become the hardest puncher at welterweight? This
Yes.
motherfucker, he punching through people right now, bro. He out
Exactly.
here punching through dudes, bro. Like, damn, he done look good. He got patient, and when he exploded, he putting your ass to sleep. I was big up in his ass. But he out here trying to get pregnant. That's why he looking so strong and shit.
Man, I'm like, man, I said, and I'm so stupid. I'm saying, man, he's getting better, and better. And
Me too.
Yeah, I'm like, oh man. Then Chris Algieri said, I know that look. And then they asked him, then why did you go through with the fight if you knew he was dirty? He said, well, some guys I have fought that have been on PEDs. And I'm telling you this, it's a lot of guys in boxing is doing that. But he said he usually can beat these guys, because sometimes it wears off, and they think it's still on, but it wears off. But not Conor Benn. Conor Benn been doing this for a while. Now, how long? I don't know, but it's on Instagram, and you can go check it out if you like. All right. So that's my source, Instagram. All right. And Chris Algieri. He had many phone calls before that fight. And of course, he lost that fight, of course. And now Chris Eubank Sr. Now, he let it out the bag about Conor Benn being dirty. Then, of course, that put a lot of pressure. That and the boycott, it put a lot of pressure on the fight. Because Eddie Hearn was about to get another commission. Then nobody wanted to be dealing with it. Say, no fight. And Eddie Hearn is pissed off right now at Chris Eubank Sr. Because Chris Eubank said, this is my chance. This is my chance to blow this shit up in the water, and my son will not be fighting. So there you go. All right. So there you go. Chris Eubank Jr. Is he at fault, or maybe he's not? I don't know. All right. I'm just gonna say allegedly. But right now,
that man out here snitching. Bro, I'm just watching the replay of what Conor Benn did to Chris Algieri, man. How you put somebody to sleep so bad they fall asleep while they still stand up and twist their ankle, bro?
Man.
He made that man sprain his ankle standing up, bro. Say, dog, Conor Benn dirty than a motherfucker for that, man. Conor Benn ain't right, bro. Conor Benn ain't right.
And of course, Conor Benn Sr. came out with a post on Instagram again.
Yeah, Nigel Benn.
Nigel Benn, Sr. And he said, look, I've been with my son every step of the way and training, everything. Well, Nigel, have you been in the bathroom with him? I mean, do you go to sleep with him? I mean, do you take a piss with him? I mean, come on, let's not be stupid here, okay? If somebody wants to sneak and do some shit, all right, they don't, it's a ways to do it, okay? They don't have to just take it right in the center of the ring and training, all right? So let's be honest. So he said that, hey, they're going to get through this and that. My son's a clean fighter. Yeah, he'll clean sometimes, but sometimes he ain't. So
I tell you when he was clean. He was clean when he fought Sebastian Formella and went the distance. And he was clean when he fought Adrian Granados and went the distance.
Yep.
But when he fought Samuel Vargas, Chris Algieri, and Chris Van Heerden, he was on that shit.
Yep. And this was
Chris on that shit, bro. He starched their ass, man, did them dirty. But look, do you think so? Because I see him typing in the chat, right? Do you think Chris Eubank Sr. is wrong if he did snitch? Like, is he wrong for that? Because that is his son, bro.
You know what? I think so. Now I know
think he's wrong for snitching.
Yeah, no, I don't know. No, I think he's right for snitching.
Okay, yeah, me too. Yeah, like if I know my son fighting a dirty ass fighter, shit, man.
And what's up, Sway John? And I told everybody in the chat, what was that, Friday or Saturday morning, that you love your son and you don't want your son, and it's a difference in premeditated murder and attempted murder. Now, attempted murder means that you went in there and you tried to, fight and everything, knowing you was dirty. But premeditated is, you didn't get a chance to get in the ring, but you knew what you about to do. Either
Yeah.
one, you guilty. Either one,
Yeah.
you are guilty. Either one, you are going to jail. So, but think about this in boxing. That is premeditated. You're going in there, you're going to fight Chris Eubank Jr. while you are dirty. That means you can hurt him. You can hurt him bad. So that's
Not
what
just
we look
not
at.
just that, OG. Like it's one. So, like, think about this, man. So he was cheating, right? He was on PEDs,
Right.
and he had the man on a catch weight,
Yeah.
and he had the man on a rehydration clause.
Wow.
Damn, bro, how many advantages do you need, bro?
Right.
How, like, are you? Was he trying to kill the man?
I don't
Like,
know.
like real talk. Like, OG, like you got a man, you cheating, you juicing, you enhancing your performance.
That's right.
And you making them fight at a catch weight, which
That's
is
right.
very dangerous in and of itself. And you get to tell him that he can't have a steak once he make weight. You literally like say, man, you can only have one bottle of water. You need to eat a salad. You got to weigh like 5 pounds more than what you weigh in at. Bro, come on, dog. Like that.
Yeah.
I told people it was a clown show at the very beginning, man. And they was trying to set Chris Eubanks Jr. up for an okie doke, man. I'm glad. I ain't gonna lie. I was mad at first because I wanted to see the fight. I'm kind of glad. I'm glad his daddy did that if he did that, man.
Yeah.
I'm glad he did that shit, bro.
Yeah.
You like fight that man on a fair playing field or get your ass back down to 147 and leave these big ass dudes alone, man.
Exactly.
Leave their ass alone. You're cheating ass.
Then you just can't go back down to 147, go fighting. You got to get acclimated to that weight again. You got to get back to fighting again at 147, and you're not the top guy, and now who knows what's going to happen now. I think
man, if he all of a sudden, if they watching him with a microscope, OG, and he all of a sudden ain't got power no more and shit, and he look trash again, boy, people gonna be on his helmet, bro.
Hey, look, Chris Van
on his helmet, he deserved that shit too.
And I'm glad you mentioned Chris Van Heeren. Now, here in Chicago and all over the world, when a lawyer get caught fixing cases, they go to jail. Then they have to release the people they prosecuted. They got to release them because they don't know they're cheated with them or not. And this is what Chris Van Heeren said. I won that fight because he cheated.
Yeah, he like, shit, I need to overturn my shit. I ain't mad at him. Mad at him. Shit. Dre Finest, what up? Go ahead. You want to go ahead and catch that, OG? Go ahead and catch it.
Yeah, what's going on, Dre the Finest, baby? You dig? What's going on? He said, salute Kqkc and knockout boxing. Can you dig it? Yes, I can dig it, man.
What up, Dre Finest? I can dig it, huh? What's good with you, man? Yeah. So, I mean, Conor being out here bad right now. Like, it's a dirty world. Like, I have no respect for him, man. I was liking him too. And I had to debate for him because everybody lost respect for it. Like, I didn't believe the shit I was debating. I didn't believe half of that shit, but I had to keep it going. But this shit, man, this shit bad, bro. Like, how do you do that? How do you get caught cheating? And you already had all the advantages, bro.
Exactly.
Like, man, and they talking about he might get suspended for 4 years. They ain't gonna suspend him for 4 years.
Wait a minute, knockout. I got one more twist. I got one more to it.
What's that?
Sample. They don't even want to do the B sample.
Because they know that shit dirty.
That's what I say. The bands don't want to do it. Nigel or Conor. They don't want to do the B sample.
Yeah, they gonna stand on where we got tested by UConn too. The UK anti-dope, and we tested negative. Shit, y'all didn't catch us.
Yeah, I didn't get suspended. I
don't know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. Like talking about he a clean athlete, man. Get the hell out of here, bro. You a cheating ass dude. Then they might give him, Robert. That's what I was saying. It's his first offense. They ain't gonna suspend him no 4 years for his first offense. They might give him 6 months, but that's it. And he fight every 6 months anyway, so he'll be back in the ring next summer. Yeah, and I can't wait to see how he look. I'm gonna be watching with a fine tooth comb. You better start some shit. You better knock somebody out, knock their head out through the goddamn ropes or some shit. Not
Yeah.
on PEDs. I ain't got no respect for that, bro. That shit crazy. But we got 2 more fights. And we got 15 minutes, man. What you got on Carlos Adames, man? Carlos
Okay.
Adames and
Yeah,
Montiel.
Carlos.
Hey, he did Montiel worse than your boy did.
Yeah. Yeah, I said that last night. I said, man, he beat him up worse than Jamal did. But this is the thing about Carlos Adonis. Both of them, and I see people in the chat say, "Oh man, this motherfucker is a dud," right? Because both guys started off slow, very slow.
Mhm.
They started off fainting. I think Montiel maybe threw 2 punches in the first
They
round.
got spoiled, OG. They watched
Right.
that. They watched that first fight, that Martinez Kqkc fight. So they thought
Yeah.
it was just supposed to keep going like that, man.
Right. So they just, just took their time. Then next thing you know, bam, a fight broke out. And yes, Carlos Adonis, I think he's going to be an issue at 160. I think he's going to be a problem. And he's going to be a problem for Jamal. Now, Jamal going to have to do something now. He want to do either move up or go in there and fight somebody with a meaningful name. Now, Carlos Adonis, he did what he's supposed to do. He started off right down to the body. He went right down to the body so he can break him down. And Montiel was still right there working that jab, trying to feint with that jab. Now, his hand placement was all over the place. Now, a tight guard is holding tight guard like this. He had a guard open up. So that's like, hey, hit me all day long. And that's what Carlos Adonis did. Now, Adonis was going downstairs, upstairs. And Montiel, he couldn't take the punches because he didn't have no guard up. And then, Adonis got pretty much comfortable. He got very comfortable. And then he started sitting down on his punches. He started mixing them up in combinations. No, it wasn't just one punch. It was multiples of punches. And I don't know why Montiel did not protect his jaw, because he got squared hit in the jaw like 2 or 3 times. And that was pretty much getting him. Now, some people say it was a bad stoppage, but I don't think it was, because he was through. As I saw the replay, I said, wow, no, he's through. He's through, man. But I think Carlos Adonis is going to be a problem now. I see that right now. But you can't always tell. Montiel is not the top notch at 160. So, I mean, still, he's going to have to prove maybe a couple more fights that he is that guy to beat. But I will say this, that he did do what he had to do. He took his time. He figured him out. And then he closed the show. And that's what a real, true fighter is supposed to do. And that's what he did.
Yeah, man. Adames, the crazy thing is, he's not even a southpaw. He just fought like that. He fought like that in that fight. He actually is an orthodox fighter that can switch to southpaw. Like, if you go watch his fights, he really fight orthodox more so than southpaw. So I was impressed, because usually he don't have that same power from southpaw. He can switch southpaw and he do a little something, but then he'll switch right back to orthodox. But in that fight, he fought that fight almost exclusively as a southpaw and did some damage, bro. Like, he can fight, man. He real talented. He fast. When he sit down on his shots, he got real good power. And he got Montiel the hell up out of there, and he got him out of there quick. And for Jamal Charlo, look, Carlos Adames is now the WBC interim champion at 160 pounds. WBC need to order that fight between him and Jamal Charlo. And Jamal got to make a decision. Just like the WBO made Demetrius Andrade make a decision, I need the WBC to make Jamal Charlo make a decision. Either you finna unify one of these champions, you're going to fight this mandatory, or we're going to strip your ass and you're going to move up. But you got to do something, bro. Like, all this other shit, like Carlos Adames ain't got no name, or he ain't this or he ain't that. It's time for you to fight your mandatories, fight somebody that's going to unify with you, or it's time for you to move up if you Jamal Charlo, bro. Like, it's time for him to do something, OG. He can't just keep sitting on that belt and not doing nothing with it, bro. Like, I need him to do something with it, bro. Fight this man, or fight a champion, or move the hell up, bro. Like all this shit ain't cutting it. He just went in there and he demolished somebody that you couldn't get up out of. And I don't believe in triangle theories. I'm not saying Adames even beats Jamal Charlo. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is Adames deserved to fight. And I don't care who you are, if I'm a fan of you, whatever, you have to. The division can't be held up. And right now, guys like Jamal Charlo are holding up the middleweight division. Your ass need to fight Janabek. You need to try to get a Triple G fight. If you can't get one of those 2 fights, you need to fight Adames because you was cool with fighting Jaime Munguia when he was number 1. When Jaime Munguia was Jamal Charlo mandatory, they tried to make that fight. They went all the way across the street over to the zone to try to make the Jaime Munguia fight. But now I can't expect for you to try to make a fight with a guy that's in your stable, a guy that's right there. There's an easier fight to make that's actually calling your name and won't smoke with you. Jamal got to go get that smoke, OG. He got to go get that smoke, or he got to drop that belt and move up. Like one of the other, bro. It's time. I don't want him. I ain't got time for no comeback fight. I don't want to hear shit about no Sulecki. He need to go straight to an Adames fight, or he need to move up, bro. That's what he got to do, man.
Yeah, he got some choices to make, and I don't know, was he joking or was he talking? But he was talking about going back down to 154 where he used to be a champion, and then make some noise down there. I said, what the hell is he doing? You know, you don't go backwards in your career; you go forward. Now,
yeah, that's some bullshit. That's what people do when they searching for fights and when they basically like a journeyman and shit. Champions don't do that shit, bro.
Exactly.
Undefeated champions don't go back to a weight class they already been in, unless you like, you know, on some Floyd shit and you going up and down and shit, just searching for big fights from between 147 and 154. That's one thing, bro. But come on, dog. Like, ain't nobody trying to hear that shit.
Exactly. So, but Jamal, like I said, I would still have respect for him if he fought Benavidez or someone of his skill set. I still have respect for him if he lose.
Yeah, if you move up, I wouldn't even call it a duck, OG. If he move up and he fight Benavidez, or he move up and he fight somebody like Caleb Plant and shit, all right, cool. Or you move up and you fight David Morrell, no issues, bro. You putting yourself in position to be champion at another weight class, and you fighting somebody even bigger and stronger and more dangerous than Carlos Adames. But if he don't fight Carlos Adames and he stay at 160 and it's not another champion, I got issues, man. I got issues that, like, it's just that simple for me, man. So last fight, man, your boy, the Towering Inferno, Fundora.
Yes,
Fundora versus damn, who did he fight? That shit slipped my mind that quick.
Ocampo.
Ocampo, there we go. Ocampo. What you got on that fight, man?
Man, first of all, shout out to Ocampo. He lasted longer than I thought.
The whole damn fight.
Yes, he did. You know, and he had a great game plan. I thought that he would work the body, and he did work the body, but he got away from the body. Then he got up on his toes, and then I thought it was pretty much, you know, you're up on your toes and you're trying to box, but he was up on his toes to jump up and throw that jab. Now, I don't know what came over him, but I mean, we talking about a 6'5" fighter. Your jab is not going to reach a 80-inch reach fighter. No, you're going to get stopped, and that's what happened. He got stopped. Now, keep in mind, his nose was broke in that fight. Okay, and I was right. I said, look like it's broke. Well, it was broke. It was broke, and of course, Jack Reese went over there and made a big huff about it and everything. I don't like Jack Reese. He's really, really starting to suck as a referee.
Getting too old, OG. Time to get him up out of there, man.
Yes, he's starting to suck now. All right, because he got problems with everybody. But anyway, Ocampo surprised me. He just went for, like I say, listen, after he lost to Earl Spence, he went and fought straight through with everybody. I'm talking about over in Mexico, he was fighting. And he was fighting, I mean, just Imano over there. Then he started winning all. Matter of fact, I don't even think he lost but one fight since he lost to Earl Spence.
Nah, he won all of them. He won 12 fights in a row.
Okay. He went undefeated. And it showed last night. Now, of course, I was kind of impressed with Fundora also. Now, we know he can fight. We know how tall he is. We know about the reach. But I like to see, well, not like to see, I was very shocked to see a 6'5" fighting on the inside. He was fighting in the booth. You don't see that very often, especially when you got an 80-inch reach. You need room to punch. He didn't push him off. He didn't give him the shoulder bump so he can throw that stick. No, He played with the jab for a little while in the first 1, 2, 3 rounds. And then he got in there and got down and dirty. And he was working it. And I was so impressed by that tall dude going in there and fighting on the inside. And he was short. He was hitting him with short, precise punches inside. And he was hitting him with uppercuts. Of course, Ocampo, he found a place to put that head. That head was right there in the middle of the stomach and the chest. And he laid right there and he shoot shine and he threw whatever he can throw and whatever he can land. He just went for broke. And he must have surprised himself because he was hitting Fundora right behind the right ear, right behind the left ear. He was starting to score on the head. Of course, it looked kind of bad from a distance, but Fundora come back and hit him with that uppercut. And he can get away with it because he has the long reach and he's tall. But then again, like I say, they was in the booth, so it didn't matter. It didn't matter how tall you was. They was letting their hands go. They was letting their hands fly. And they was getting hurt in the process. Because if you look at Ocampo, you can tell that Fundora was hitting harder. He was sitting down on his punches harder. And then you see that nose broke and that nose leaking, that mouth is leaking, and that tongue was cut. Now, of course, Fundora, now, he wasn't fighting like Erison Lubin. He didn't fight that fight because he was standing straight up and fighting like that. But he was fighting on the inside. And he usually don't fight on the inside because of his height. But I was so impressed with Fundora fighting on the inside, especially at the height of 6'6", 6'5" and a half to be exact. I mean, that was impressive. And also, Ocampo, you was impressive because the last thing you had in my mind is what Earl Spence did to you. Well, he came back last night and showed everybody that, hey, look, I'm here and I'm here to stay. And he had a good performance. And you know what? There's nothing I can say too much about that fight. That Fundora, he did what he had to do to win it. It went the distance. Oh, it did. But he had worked on some nuances. And of course, he had to fight the whole fight on the inside. So he couldn't use that long jab. He couldn't use that long stick to keep him at bay. But Ocampo, he found a way. He kept him close. That way you can't extend that jab. He need room to punch. You know, you need room to punch, and Ocampo wasn't allowing it. He started going to the body, working. And then once he started landing, and this is the problem I had with Ocampo, he started getting kind of wild. And what I mean by his shots was wild. His punches was too wide. And he left himself all open for Fundora to hit that with that little short uppercut. So, and that's the mistake I saw him make. So, and that's what
I mean, Fundora started off trying to box, trying to use his jab or whatever, but he's an inside fighter, man. He's an inside fighter, and when he gets on the inside, he has nice uppercuts and nice hooks, and he was able to do that very, very well. Ocampo showed a lot of heart. He showed, and he kept punching, kept going no matter what. So, you know, shout out to Ocampo. He just couldn't fight. He wasn't as technical and wasn't as accurate on the inside as Fundora. But I gotta tell you, OG, guys like Fundora, and I know you know this, when they fall off quick and it's sudden. And it's fast because Fundora gets hit flush a lot, bro. Like, it ain't just one type of fighter that hits him. He get hit by everybody, bro. He get hit by everybody that he get in the ring with. But one thing about him and why he's a tough matchup is I still to right now, I have not seen anyone keep him from fighting his fight. He makes everybody that I see him in the ring with fight on the inside with him. And they end up just throwing as many punches, trying to keep him up off of him, and they always end up fighting this fight. So, although it's ugly, although you see that he gets hit a lot for right now, he's a matchup because everybody got to fight his fight. Sergio Garcia had to fight his fight. Erison Lubin had to fight his fight. This guy, Carlos Ocampo, had to fight his fight. He is an issue for guys because you don't get to do what you do, fighting against somebody like Sebastian Fundora. So I want to see what's next for him, but I don't know if he can because he'll never be able to bend his hips, bend his knees, and have good head movement and good defense. So will he be champion? Maybe, but I just think eventually, man, it's gonna end bad for him, and it's gonna be sudden. It might be somebody that we don't see coming. It might be somebody that we do see coming. He might just fall just short of being champion. But with that being said, though, when you get hit like that, OG, I don't care who you are. You can't just keep taking flush shots like that, man.
No.
He get hit. He lucky that he had Ocampo worn out. Ocampo had no feet, no defense. He wore him out, and he was making him fight his fight. He lucky that them wasn't shit but arm punches, bro.
Right.
Because we already saw what happened when Lubin was able to sit down on shots. He made him buckle, and he knocked that big tree down, bro. Like, so he's showing more and more holes in this game, and you can't fight like that forever, man. Eventually, somebody gonna get your ass. Somebody gonna get your ass. Like, and I think I seen people saying that he got some smoke for Jermell Charlo. I don't think so at all.
No.
I don't think so at all, because Charlo legs are impeccable. He in great shape. And with that jab, and when he catches ass with one of them overhand rights, man, that shit night, bro. He going to sleep.
Oh yeah,
he going to sleep with Jermell, bro. And Jermell showed against Castano he can bang a little bit on the inside, man. All right, bro. All right, you gotta have everything. You can't be a one-way fighter, and that's what he is right now. For as entertaining as he is, I'll never miss a Fundora fight because I know I'm gonna be entertained. I know it's gonna be a fan-friendly fight to my eyes. He ain't got no defense. You cannot be at the elite level in any weight class, and you ain't got no defense, bro. No defense whatsoever. So, good performance. He did what he's supposed to do. He won your boy a little bit of money, but hey, man, I don't think he gonna be. I don't think if he becomes champion, it'll be for a vacant belt once Mel moves up, and I don't think he'll be champion long if he run into the wrong one, man. If he run into the wrong one, it's a problem, bro. But that's all I got, man. OG, we 10:30, man. Go ahead.
Oh wow. Okay.
Give me your last words, man. I'll give him my last words, and we'll enjoy our Sunday, bro.
Yes, sir. Man, it been fun this weekend, man. We had nothing but boxing yesterday, and thank you all for coming in last night. I mean, we did. We're going on 2,000 views, and I thank everybody. And of course, I thank everybody in the Cash App and Super Chats last night. And hey, we back at it again this week, baby. Yes, sir. I'm talking about Monday through Friday, 11 o'clock a.m. Central Time. And make sure you come on in and hit the like button as always. If on your way out today, hit the like button. And make sure you show your love to me and Knockout Boxing 86 TV. We are working it and we are grinding right here on YouTube. Community boxing, baby. All right. So with that in mind, keep an eye out for the next fight, because yours truly will be calling the play-by-play. And next week, yes, sir, the morning after show gonna be at 9 o'clock a.m. and we're gonna be over at Knockout Boxing 86 TV.
That shit might have to get extended, man. We got so many fights this weekend. I'm excited. I can't wait to the 15th, man.
Man,
you gonna be calling fights from 10 a.m. to 12 a.m. on Saturday, man. You gonna be working, man. God.
Yes. Next week gonna be crazy. But I will tell you this, and I'm gonna tell you this right now. I'm gonna try that. It depends on how the other fights go, particularly Devin Haney, because I'm gonna prefer to watch that than Deontay Wilder. Now, keep in mind, Deontay Wilder is a pay-per-view fight, but I think yours truly, even though I'm in the LWC, even though they rock with Deontay Wilder, well, I'm sorry, he's going to have to take a back seat on this one. All right? This is first time back, and I will see him many, many more times. But right now, I got to see the women, and I got to see the young Devin Haney still keep his undisputed record. And then we get him and Lomachenko. Keep in mind, he has been confirmed that he will fight Lomachenko after he beats Camboza and after Lomachenko beat Ortiz. They got both win their fights, and then they were going to meet up. And we all knew that Bob was going to let him go with those belts. So he has one more fight to give Bob, and that's the fight right there. So that's all I got. Thanks a lot.
Hey man, y'all know, come catch me over on Knockout Boxing 86 TV. We live every single Wednesday and Thursday night at 7:30 p.m. Central Time. And watch the TKO debate series when we go live, man. We got some fire debates coming up. We got the Gervonta Davis, Shakur Stevenson debate coming up this Thursday. So y'all be sure to check that out. And then check out my daily content, man. We're dropping videos every single day, so be sure to come check those out. And y'all subscribe to the OG, subscribe to my channel, hit the like button on your way out. And if your football team is playing today, if you watch football, I hope they win. Unless you're a Rams fan, we're gonna beat that ass. Cowboys gonna beat that ass today, and that's all I got. OG, enjoy your Sunday, man.
All right. Everybody have a good day, and I'll catch you on the back end. I'll see you all tomorrow. Yes, sir. Same time, same place. And with that, we out of here. Peace and
Peace,
love.
y'all.